This clip we're going to go to now, really kind of amazing. He's got to find, I hope he's found it. It's on the common law. And this guy actually made the judge stand down, even when the bailiff came at him. He called in the British constables, who upheld their oath of office and got the case dismissed under common law. I've never seen this, where the guy actually wins. I know Clyde Bushran tried this. I know Roger Widener up in Oregon tried this. A lot of people have tried, but this guy actually stuck it to the crooked judge who refused to produce or could not produce his oath of office. Can we go to that and we'll be back?
A few minutes later, the police arrive. The constable listens as the lay advisor explains he has asked for the magistrate's oath and there has been no breach of the peace. Asked by the lay advisor to honour his oath, which he does. He is now upholding the law of the land and acting as a peace officer. The constable explains the situation to his men and asks them to stand down. However, the sergeant claims that the court belongs to the magistrates, which is untrue. In yellow are sympathetic to the lay advisor and honouring their duty to uphold the common law. Lay advisor asks for the written order from the magistrates to be produced before he leaves the court. Sergeant agrees and goes to get the order. 20 minutes later, Sergeant returns without a written order. The sergeant keeps implying that the Law Society will investigate any grievance. The sergeant returned twice more, without the written order. Mr. Stephen Barry, the legal fiction, the birth certificate, is once again produced in court for and on the record. Lay advisor informs Clark Stephen Barry has been presented to the court for and on the record. Clark asks for those who did not stand to leave or be removed. The constables honour their oaths by not responding to the clerk's orders. Lay advisor keeps telling the clerk Mr. Stephen Barry is in the court. Asks for the written order and states again that Mr. Stephen Barry is in the court. We are still waiting for the magistrates to produce a written order. However, time is money, and the council's solicitor, although being paid a small fortune, is getting restless. Sergeant returns for the last time with no written order. advisor asks once again for a written order. Yes or no would suffice, but Sergeant is still in full-on BS mode, as there is no written order. Mr. Stephen Barry, the legal fiction, or birth certificate, is once again produced in court, for and on the record. Once again, those in the public gallery, by remaining seated, deny the corporate court jurisdiction. The magistrate then asks all those seated in the public gallery to leave, which of course they do not, as it would give the magistrate jurisdiction. The lay advisor asks if we are in contempt. The magistrate then repeats that we should leave the court. This would enable jurisdiction and get us all thrown in the cells. The magistrate then throws in the old contempt of court chestnut, yet they still have no jurisdiction. The magistrates then throw in the towel and abandon the court for the last time. As the magistrates have abandoned the court for the third time and have never had jurisdiction, the lay advisor informs the court he is now the highest authority and leads the lay advisors out of the court. The only jurisdiction in the court was therefore common law, and the police constables honoured their oath. Case dismissed under common law.
Okay, people. Wasn't that entertaining? I mean, yeah, they spoke with a British accent, didn't they, Cassandra?
It did. It did seem like there was a British accent in there.
It really was thick. And I wish it had been me or one of my cameramen who had the undercover camera got that all on video. Do you think for a minute that female prosecutor would ever have admitted to being stood down by one of her victims? No, she would never admit this, except it's on YouTube. I got this off of YouTube. Thank you, Brits, for sharing. Before YouTube, before this age we're in now, it would have been not possible. We would have never heard of this. The point in this thing is the common law trumps statutory law. It trumps everything. And one of the things common law has always provided is a judge must take an oath, and he must be able to show you that oath on demand. U.S. Constitution, 7th Amendment says, under common law, it's in the first sentence and the last sentence of the 7th Amendment, under common law, your right to a jury trial shall be preserved. They try to trick you and get you to family court, some other kangaroo court jurisdiction. And if you obey the judge's orders, stand up, get down, or move out of the courtroom when they tell you, you've just given them jurisdiction. If you say anything without special appearance, you've given them jurisdiction. That's why I played that clip. And I thought Americans, no kid should graduate from college without seeing that clip and knowing your constitutional rights.